Got a fucking microwave.
Let's see here.
The only map we have two maps we're having trouble with right now. I would say it's hotel and trenches. Yeah.
Trenches King of the Hill or Trenches Execution?
Execution, because we need help on the callouts.
Yeah.
That's trenches is a big callout map.
Usually we don't even get to fucking trenches because, honestly, not to be cocky, but we beat teams and they rage quit by third, fourth map. So we're starting to do scrims backwards now.
So do you think that King of the Hill should be removed and it should be execution only like Gears 2 and Gears 1, or do you think King of the Hill is a good inclusion?
It depends on the map. I mean, Dry Dock is perfect for King of the Hill. It's not boring, it's fun. The spawns are right. You could actually predict where people are going to spawn depending on how many people you have at a certain location. So yeah, that Dry Dock is perfect. Trenches I don't like because the spawn system on that game it's not right, especially when the hill spawns up top on the hill.
Exactly, it's not really no.
Usually, what teams do, they would die before that hill is gonna be put up at the hill because they'll spawn automatically up top, and they could just lock it down easily. They'll send one down low to Digger. He'll hold down low, and two people will be up top, maybe three. There's no way. And you're gonna have to rack up on inks. Hopefully they come up within that hill closure.
So do you think that trenches should be removed, or do you think that...
I think it should be removed. I think they should only have two King of the Hill maps.
Or do you think Epic should change the hill locations to where it doesn't go up top?
Change the hill locations or the weapon spawns.
Yeah. They did recently, make a weapon switch. They took Digger out. Actually, that's a weapon switch for the Alpha playlist as well, I believe.
Yeah.
They took Digger and they replaced it with nades, and they put Digger down low where Scorcher used to be. So there's a lot more action down low. So.
Are there any swaps on any other maps that you guys would think should be changed?
Let me see.
No.
No,
I don't think so.
Yeah, everything's pretty even, because honestly I haven't made a complaint about weapon swaps, so they must be good.
Do you guys think that the flame grenades are overpowered?
Hell yeah.
Hell fucking yeah.
He's a beast with them shits though.
The splatter effect on the... Oh my god. Not only those nades, but the regular nades as well. The impact, oh my god. It's like, the frag grenade is like having a Digger burst, basically. And then the flame grenades, there's like no way. If you roll, you're screwed. You have to stay in a running movement. If you roll, it's done.
Not even if you roll. They always seem to catch me whenever they pick up the flame names. I pretty much assume that I'm gonna die. So
Overpowered.
And what do you guys think about the classic stalemates option for the man up rule?
Beautiful. There shouldn't be any complaints from competitive players as well as casual players.
I was getting used to it. So.
Yeah, I started getting used to it. I think it's a bitch move anyways, honestly.
It is. But so many teams used it to their advantage. You just have to adapt to it and just use it yourself.
Yeah, we started getting used to it, but it's good that they took it out.
Yeah.
So, what all pros have you guys played against on this game, and what do you think about how good they are?
Name a couple of pros we played.
Not really. Recently it was Kirill.
He's considered pro. He plays for Raw Talent. Then you have
I think he's a good player right now.
Yeah. Him. We also played against J Ribs. Sticky B. If you're familiar with him.
Mephisto.
Yeah, Mephisto also
Fatal
from
Strike.
Fatal Strike.
Mind Tricks was in that game with Kirill's as well.
Mind Tricks was also in that game. And then he was later replaced with a guy named Mario or some shit.
Mario McFly.
The guy that raids Glen on Thrashfall.
Yeah, that guy. What other pros have we played with? We have yet to play Perfect Uno's team, but we like to. And
he never accepts my invites.
Yeah.
I'll call him out.
Exactly. I'm on Facebook. We also run into a lot of pros on the Alpha playlist. That's a good way to get better as well. The Alpha playlist. You run into pros at nighttime when you're bored, nothing to do. I suggest you don't go by yourself and play Alpha though. You run into a stacked team. It's like having a scrim.
Yeah.
You run into Vision a lot. They like to play at that time, 3 in the morning and shit.
So are there any, I don't know how to say this, any people that played Gears 2 that weren't that good that got really good at Gears 3?
Should we name, I'll call out somebody. Kenny?
Refusion.
Refusions.
What, he's good at this game, you're saying?
He's alright. It's just the teams he's on. He looks like an all-star.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
the team he's able to
pick him
shine.
up though. I would.
That's a good pickup. But Kenny, yeah, Kenny was a. I mean, I'm not gonna say he was bad. He's a good player and all, but I don't think he deserves his spot right now.
Who is he teaming with?
That's the team's called.
Euphoria, right?
Nah, Kenny. Ambition, I believe, which is with consists of Bobby Rice, and I don't know the other two.
Which Kenny you talking about?
Kenny's that used to play on Land 10.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Refusion.
Nah, I'm talking about the Kenny nigga. That wall bounce is crazy.
Yeah.
So,
Is there anybody else?
anybody else who got better?
Like anybody that you guys might have played against a lot on GB, and then you know, you guys always smacked them around or something, and now they're good.
Nah. I tell you this much, we played a lot of people in Gears 2 that we got smacked by, and now we smacked them.
Exactly.
That's been the case.
What, like Karils and them? Would that be an example or no?
Yeah, a couple of semi-teams. Surf You, main event.
A lot of people.
A lot of semi-teams back then that used to rape us. You know, now it's not like that. That's no longer the situation. It's usually
we just need to get it together a little more.
Yeah, we need more time. And the game
we don't really practice, to tell you the truth, at all. We just started. We haven't really practiced.
Yeah,
we've been practicing for about a week.
Yeah,
That's
basically.
It.
So, how did you guys talk about how you guys got started on Gears 2 together? How you guys met Kung Pao? How you guys all decided to team? You know, etc.
Kung Pao about 4 or 5 years ago on Gears 1 when I first started my GB career. When he had the little bitch voice.
And then, so y'all was teaming already, right?
Yeah, me and Mr. Kung Pao have a lot of chemistry and history. We was teaming for a while. It's been.
And you brought that over into Gears 2?
Into Gears 2 that's when I started. He was playing by himself. He was, I guess, you could call it a rival team. We was always better though.
Yeah.
But they always put up with a fight.
At that time, at that moment, I believe I was playing Call of Duty.
That's when me and you used to play Call of Duty.
He just started his Gears career, so for him to put up a fight against people that's been playing since Gears 1.
Yeah. I would see triumphantly, I would join his games when Gears 2 recently came out, and he was already familiar with the franchise, so of course he was going to have the edge. And I used to get spanked, spanked. So it made me want to get better, and then Call of Duty 4 was actually at its climax, so I decided to switch over, and I tried to get better, branch out, join game battles. That's a good way to start off. And then from there, I created my own team. We wind up playing their team a couple of times. It used to be an old rival. But finally, we would just see who's the better players on each team. And that's when we decided to form. And the original team was me,
Mr. Kung Pao, myself, and Exactly.
Exactly.
So what happened to Exactly?
One on how Exactly. Not really sure what happened. He just fell off. He stopped playing. He's working.
Yeah, working in school.
It's still me, Kung Pao, Replica, same old since Gears 2.
Yeah, same.
It's actually how most pro teams.
We stopped playing Gears 2 like
when it was kicked off the circuit.
Once it got kicked off the circuit, we stopped playing Gears 2. We didn't play Gears 3 until
It came out, and then we
wasn't a team. We wasn't a team for Gears 3. Well, we just started basically, you could say like a month ago.
Yeah, we just been going hard for a month, basically.
A month, maybe 2.
Yeah.
I think it's great progress, you could say, for the people we've played against and beat.
Most pro teams, actually, right now on Call of Duty, they're a lot of teams are having like a core 3, and they're all trying to find a steady 4th. Like a perfect example is Optic. They actually dropped JCap, who's considered one of the best players, which I found odd. But yeah, a lot of the teams have 3 people, and they're all looking for a 4th. But what would you say to anybody looking to get into Gears, the competitive aspect?
You want to talk first?
Getting into Gears is not like Call of Duty. Actually, Gears for me is it's really a mindset when you play. If you're confident, you're gonna be good. If you're confident, but if you play thinking whoever is better than you, you're gonna die basically.
Yeah, that's a problem I have. I will admit to that.
Yeah. You can't really bring over from any other game you was good at. You cannot bring over that mindset.
Gears I think is the most complex game. And a lot of
movement.
Yeah, there's a lot of movement, a lot of
thinking,
quick
fast.
thinking.
Exactly. You don't have in Call of Duty, as you know,
and we used to it now. Us Gears players used to it, but that's a lot of buttons we press. Like we
simultaneously,
exactly.
Right? And you always have to be alert.
Moving both analogs.
It's like driving a car. Honestly, once you blink for a good 2 seconds, the whole momentum of the game could change. Honestly, so you really
especially with those fire nades we were talking about.
Yeah, fucking fire nades and fucking frags. The ink with that long ass stun. Sometimes it's invisible. Epic, you need to fix that.
Especially on Gridlock. On the staircase.
Yeah, they actually took out Gridlock. You know that? They took out Gridlock, and that was a good map.
Execution?
Yeah. It's actually no longer in the cycle, so that's a map you don't really have to worry about. Anybody who's getting into the Gears franchise, start off by playing. I suggest you start playing hard.
Play hard, but play game battles.
Yeah, just go straight into game battles. Try to find yourself a decent 3, and from there, of course, you're gonna get spanked.
A lot.
So
you learn, you live, and you learn.
Exactly. From there, I suggest you you start looking at VOD. VOD is good. A lot of videos, watching pro teams that've been there with their experience. Listening to call-outs.
If you're gonna play GB, make sure you have some sort of proof.
Yeah,
so there's a lot of nerds on there.
Yeah, IT Flood you.
There is.
They take it to heart. They think that W is gonna get them a fucking prize and like, I don't know. But yeah,
that's about all the time we have. So this has been a Try commentary.
All right, shout outs to Corrects.
Shout outs to Corrects, boy right here. Hopefully he becomes a Call of Duty player,
a recorder, streamer. He's gonna be pro.
He's gonna be pro. I'm telling you.
We hope. We hope. Anyway.
All right. Holly, you already know.
It's been real, boys. It's been real.
Boys,
You know.
I'll at you.